Hello everybody, welcome on in. I'm Orion back with some more Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. Today we're going to run the Classic Scout and we're going to be running another one of my somewhat favorite weapons in the game, the Bolt Shark. Really like this weapon. It seems to do a lot of things pretty well. It's a pretty good sniper weapon. It's going to do some pretty good status effect damage. It starts off with electric and acid, but you can hopefully, what we're going to hopefully try to do, I'm not going to make this a parameter for the run, but hopefully we can get cryo and fire on it. I would love to get all the elemental status effects on it, but if we don't, we don't. But we're going to try to build this up into be sort of a status effect, just damage machine. And that's really going to be the gist of this one. Oh, wow. Didn't even have to reroll. Love it. So yeah, right off the get, it's going to alternate between acid and electric bullets. We'll go with the fire rate there. But we will try to take a decent amount of status effect damage, especially if we get fire on this. And that's what we're going to try to do. We'll try to get this weapon to, level 40-ish, 50, whatever we can get it to. Try to get it as high as we can. Okay, a lot of gold right here. And I hate these flying bugs. They're always really annoying. They make it hard to do this. I'm actually kind of surprised there's not more flying bugs in the game. Not a suggestion for the developers, because I personally hate them, because they don't mine out anything, and they make it hard for you to mine the map. Man, there's like all the gold is literally right here. Okay, we'll do the fire rate. Nice one. Ooh, oh man, this is a tough choice. Oh, the hoolie bait. I'm gonna go with the crypt powder, because again, this is gonna be mainly a one weapon run. I'm gonna really hope that hoolie bait shows up later though. Honestly, I think this weapon might be kind of decent at killing the hoarder bugs, but I'm not like overly confident in that. Usually, if we take the hoarder bugs too early, then that really throws us off. Okay, luckily all that gold kind of blew up for us. And then there's a little bit more left over here. But if we did those bugs, I would be chasing them the whole time. Wouldn't get anything else. We're getting a lot of armor. But I wouldn't be able to, focus on clearing the map, getting the gold, getting the nitra. Even though I do think we got the majority of the gold already. Okay, we need to get out of here, because I know there's got to be, well, actually, maybe there's not really more nitra. But the crypt powder is obviously going to be a good one, because again, in these one weapon runs, we tend to have quite a lot of nitra, since we're not going to be upgrading the other weapons. Let's do bug taser. That's fine. Now what I'm actually curious about now is electrical crit chance. So the electrical crit chance, I wonder if I'm kind of curious, because I actually don't know how that works. If it only works for when I'm shooting an electric bullet, or if the crit works for every bullet since it's applied to the gun. That would be an interesting thing to find out, because part of me thinks that it's for everything. All right, let's go more crit chance. Let's go fire rate. So I'm finally starting to feel better. That's the I was sick for almost a week. I still recorded all the content I needed to, but I didn't get the thing is I didn't get ahead. I usually like to be ahead, so I'm usually like 3 or 4 days ahead, so if I don't record today, you know, it's not a big deal. Okay, we're gonna add fire. But the good part about being sick was I watched a lot of shows, a lot of movies over the weekend. I watched I finished season 2 of Fallout. I watched Civil War. I watched The Boy and the Heron. I watched Tron, Ares. I watched, what else did I watch? I watched Together. And there's one more. I can't think of it. What was the last one I watched? Let's see. What do I want to take here, though? I have a feeling no matter what I take, we're going to get some extra tags. Oh, and then I watched Predator Badlands. Just a bunch of stuff that I just kind of like fell behind on. And man, Predator Badlands, that was a pretty good movie. I was pleasantly surprised by how good that was. We can go fire rate, fire rate. Oh, dang it. I saw that reload too late. I would have taken that. We can go potency. Do one more, and then we'll do potency again. See, we're going to get the kinetic upgrades too now. But yeah, Predator Badlands, that was pretty good. It wasn't like... It was somewhat, I guess, predictable. You know, there were no like big surprises or anything, but I was very entertained throughout the whole movie. The Boy and the Heron I thought was decent. I know it's proclaimed as like one of the better Studio Ghibli movies, but I don't think so. I thought it was kind of like mid-tier. And then let's see, Civil War. I thought that was okay. I thought it was entertaining, like it was interesting, but I'm not gonna spoil it. But I thought the ending was really stupid, and it really like kind of ruined the movie for me. And then what else? Tron, that one kind of sucked, but I also kind of knew that sucked, but it was still one of those movies I wanted to watch. And then Together I thought was really cool. I was into that movie. It was creepy, and it was a different type of like horror thriller movie. So I liked it. I liked Together. That was a fun movie to watch. And then what else did I say I watched? Oh, season 2 of Fallout. That was pretty good too. I like the Fallout show. I think that's a very, very, very good show. But yeah, I watched a lot of TV this weekend because I wasn't recording as much as I wanted to because my throat would kill me after. Oh God. All right. Because my throat would kill me after like one video. After recording for like 45 minutes, my throat would really hurt. Oh, we got it. We did it. We did a full elemental bolt shark. Awesome. But yeah, my throat was like really, really hurting, and it made it really hard to record. You know, I couldn't really do back-to-back videos. I had to like record one video, then I would take a couple hours off and then go and record another video because I wanted to make sure I was keeping up with the content. But yeah, so during that downtime, I would watch shows. And it was kind of cool because I haven't been able to do that in a long time. A lot of the times too, you know, I'm sure a lot of us are like this. Just like when we have this downtime, I mean, not like watching shows is productive, but it's better than, you know, just scrolling on like your iPhone or something, or your phone, or my iPad in particular. Like I'll just like scroll through YouTube feeds or whatever and just like be on Reddit or something, reading stuff on Reddit, wrestling stuff, whatever. But you know, it's just like it feels like I'm not doing anything worthwhile. At least a show is, I don't know, a show feels a little bit different. I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't call it productive, but feels a little bit better than just like wasting time doing absolutely nothing. But it was nice. It was nice to actually like put in that time to just catch up on a bunch of things. And so now there's a couple other things I'm gonna try to catch up on now. Gonna catch up on a lot of electric stuff here. I'm gonna watch Shogun. I haven't watched that one. I'm gonna watch him and hers. Like, that's on my list of things to watch too. And then there was one other thing. I can't remember what it was, but there was one other thing that was on my list of things I wanted to watch. So now I'm gonna try to kind of catch up on all those, now that I'm kind of in this groove. Now I need to get into a groove on playing video games that aren't for YouTube. That needs to be the next step. Let's do the gold. Reload. I'm gonna do that luck again. Man, we must be getting some pretty good luck here. 104 already. Jeez, that's really good. Because we took a ton of armor. We got a ton of armor, and that's been giving us luck. Let's just go with projectile damage. For the overclock here, I either want to get Stormy Mag, or I want to get the one where it shoots all the bullets at once. Those are kind of my preferred choices. Geez, if I take this, I'm not going to get anything else. But I want to get this. We'll mark the armor. Because we have the crit powder, so that it's just going to make us stronger too by holding that nitra. So we have what, 114 crit chance? We're definitely going to want crit damage. I don't think I've seen a lot of good crit damage upgrades yet. Probably going to want at least 1 or 2 scanners here now too. Kind of a gimme since we have the pickaxe. I love that we got all the status effect bullets though. That's exactly what I wanted. I wasn't gonna make it man, I want to get this bug. Let's do the legendary reload. I wasn't gonna make it a requirement because I didn't really care that much, but I did want it. See, horrible supply pod. That's an absolutely garbage one. You can go all the way back there. Okay, we're only 1 level away now. This is a reroll. Okay, we'll do the coupon. Would have preferred a scanner again, but so I think if Stormy Mag shows up, I think we'll go with that. I think that'll be our pick. So we'll go with Stormy Mag, shoot all bullets at once, and then the electrical payload for the last one. So I mean, I guess we wouldn't even take the electrical payload. It's just basically between those two: Stormy Mag or shoot all bullets at once. I just like the idea of Stormy Mag on this run because if this is sort of a 1-weapon run, I think it makes sense. Oh, there's a magnet. We're gonna get that. And then that means we'll want to build up our fire rate too. We're one level away. Just give me a normal level up. All right, we'll do the move speed. Wow, they really don't want us to get this weapon to level 18, huh? So I don't need to mine anything. There it is, fire rate 2. Okay, okay. It looks like we're going bolt volley. Not the one I wanted, but the one we got. That's kind of interesting too. Such a dangerous loss of fire rate there. I did want to get the Stormy Mag, but I definitely didn't want to do payload because we did payload the last time I think we did this weapon. Damage, crit. I'm gonna pass on that mining. Man, we are getting tons of armor. I'm gonna mark that too. I'm gonna mark these. Then we'll do one more reroll. Okay, we're gonna need a lot of gold. Well, I guess that explains why it gives you the fire rate debuff. Okay, are we gonna blow any of these guys up or what? I don't think, yeah, I didn't blow like any of those guys up. All right, we'll do the fire rate. Weapon's kind of weird how it works now. Because you see, like, it shoots out about 75% of its bullets, and then it leaves like a quarter of its clip left. We're definitely gonna want to get a chemist kit here too, I think. I think we're gonna re-roll that. Let's re-roll that too. Okay, gold scanner. That's a good thing that gold scanner showed up too, because I think I have a lot of gold items pinned in the shop. How much piercing does this weapon have? 50? I mean, this should, in theory, make this a better boss killer weapon. But I do think it's going to make it harder to deal with, you know, the mobs. Ooh, let's do the projectile damage. All right, let's do projectile damage again. Man, we're getting some crazy good upgrades here too. I think it's because we already have 113 luck. All that early armor and then some luck pickups really helped. Okay, I gotta get this gold. We're gonna be hecka greedy, but I have good movement speed. Guess that wasn't that greedy.
Stage 4 completed. Next stage is the Dreadnought. Prepare accordingly.
Okay, so we're gonna buy a bunch here. Buy.
Nope. Try again.
And more armor.
I want another go.
I'll mark that.
Gonna roll the dice on this one.
Reload. I'm gonna reroll.
Gonna roll the dice on this one.
Here we go. You've found the Dreadnought. Now you just need to make it come out of hibernation by destroying the cocoons. Show them what a single dwarf can do.
Okay, well, I'm glad we at least got a gold scanner. I don't think we really need to get that many more scanners. I just kind of wanted to at least get one because we got the pickaxe.
Really much better.
As always, I'm not going to re-roll them if they show up. But I do want to get damage items. And I do really want to get that chemist kit too. And we want to, I need to see more status effect damage upgrades. We haven't really gotten a lot of those. We're only at 87. Yeah, that's not very good. See, this is where we're going to be a little bit bad at trying to clear out all these hordes of enemies. That was originally why I wanted Stormy Mag, because I thought it would be better at that. I don't want to pop all those yet.
I'm gonna do something epic like this. You fuck that.
Supply pod prepped. Clear out the landing zone and triangulate your position so it can land. One crate of goodies on the way.
There's chemist kit. Sweet. Okay. But now we need more status. Now we need more status effect damage. What's that even put us at? Over 100? Yeah, 115 now. So that was a little bit of a boost, but now we need to build up our actual status effect numbers.
This hard thinks it can kill us. Let's prove it wrong. Meet your maker, Grape. Think you could kill me? Well, think again. Epic upgrade. That's a no-brainer. Bring the fire.
This is actually doing pretty good though. Because like I said, I told you this was going to be a pretty good boss killer. It's going to focus on the boss every time. And then it's just going to rack up all that status effect damage. That's why we want to get more of that too. So we can just get really big poison and fire damage ticks.
Legendary upgrade.
Got
Okay, damage, fire rate.
Surely next time will be better. What else we got? Gotta have it. I rarely go. Nope. Try again. This is my pick.
Again, more armor. Okay, that's it though. We're broke.
You know the drill, miner. Fulfill your objectives. Let's get out of here.
And every time I see a lot of these loot bugs, I always get a little bit excited. I'm like, oh, are we at the loot bug level? But it never ends up being it. They just kind of all clump together sometimes. But when you see them right away, it does get a little exciting. You're like, ooh. Still haven't seen a hoarder bug yet either.
Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready. Can't drop supplies for you yet. Trap the land.
Another bad supply drop.
Prepare for impact. Swarm detected. Get ready.
All right, this is a reroll. We could go gold tip bullets now. That's okay. With a gold scanner and a pickaxe.
Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready. Well done. You got them all.
Found the safe.
There we go.
That's all you got. You slippery shit. Think you can kill me? Think again. Yeah.
I wonder if we can get the legendary. Although I don't really know if I'm gonna try, to be honest, because we have. I want to see if I want to kind of mine out a little bit more too. Appears to be a lot of XP on the map still.
I hope you get drunk. One down. Say hello to my little friend. I'm having an epic mission.
There's just probably going to be so much XP because we have a ton of range with this weapon, and we're putting on status effect damage, so they're just dying as we're running away from them.
Much better. Here, have a bullet in the fight. Your history.
See, we're not going to do like any damage to the bosses though, unless I'm focused on them, because we don't have that stormy mag. If we focus on them, we do a ton of damage.
Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived. Get there now. It will leave without you.
This one looks back.
Gotta move on, miner. The drop pod will head out momentarily. We're going deeper. Stage 7 is next.
Okay, projectile damage, armor, XP gain, luck. That's a reroll. Reroll. Crit damage, potency.
What else we got?
Oh man. Let's do the projectile damage and then that's it.
You know the drill, miner. Fulfill your objectives. Let's get out of here.
So that puts us at 167 crit chance and 368 damage. Crit damage. Not a lot. Could definitely use a little bit more crit damage, but I think I'm more into the status effect stuff, but we also haven't really seen a ton of that either.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly. Prepare to fight for your life. Big swarm is approaching.
If we see the crit goggles, I probably won't take it this run. Because I don't want my status effect ticks to be affected by the negative damage. Ooh, I'm actually gonna reroll that. Oh, yay! That was a good reroll. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this is kind of dangerous. Blow up. Blow up. There we go. That was some good legendary, or some good status effect damage. This is a reroll. I'm not gonna take that. I guess we could go XP scanner for now. Not gonna do another reroll there. It was between the luck and the XP scanner. There's not really a lot of time left in this game, though. No potency. I definitely think we're missing some gold. I guess we could take that. I think we'll take the fire belt. Yeah, whatever. we have one firebolt to do some fire damage, but that's fine. Kind of a free item, so yeah, we could definitely get the legendary if we tried. All right, let's go with more nitra. More armor. Man, how much armor do we have? 150? I actually kind of thought we would have had more.
Gather up your beard and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave. Keep pushing, miner. Stage 8 is next.
All right, damage, luck, projectile damage, regular damage.
Roll the dice on this one.
We could do one more there.
Show me more.
All right, fire rate, luck. I want to get, I got to get more weapon upgrades. Oh, come on. Okay, we'll mark that crit. And that's it. We're only at level 35 for our weapon. It feels like we should be higher, but that's why we get the nitro powder.
I forgot my lunch.
Another horrible supply drop. God, look at all this XP. Too bad if we would have got the magnet this run, that would have been a good one to pick up. Nope, there's an actual magnet though, speaking of. I think this is a reroll. Not like there's really much else left. Okay, I guess I'll just take the piercing. I'm not taking that. I don't need the BLT. Not like I really need the piercing either. But the pickled nitro was going to be a loss. Let's just go with the status effect damage. I like that we're able to build that up now, so we're at 316. This weapon, I will say, this weapon feels pretty well balanced, to be honest. Because I kind of like that, you know, we do a lot of damage when we focus on a target. But I like that it's not just an absolute machine and just destroying everything on the screen. It feels like this weapon is, like I said, it feels like this weapon is very well balanced. At least with this overclock. I think if we would have got the Stormy Mag, it would have felt a little bit different. But this overclock feels pretty good. It feels like it's doing its role. You know, it's a kind of a single target weapon, and it does a lot of damage. It adds a lot of tick damage. Oh man, I gotta reroll again. Ooh, let's go with the crit chance. You know, it's a good. Oh, there's another stack of gold up there. We're not gonna get though. All right, reload, crit.
Let's shake it up. Surely next time will be better.
Fire rate, luck, damage,
Nope. Try again.
armor, status effect. Sure.
Show me more. This'll
Hey, look at that. We're starting to get good status effect damage now.
You know the drill, miner. Fulfill your objectives. Let's get out of here.
I forgot my lunchbox. I die a little inside every time I have to take a
We got too much clutter for the supply pod to land. Do something.
follow this.
One crate of goodies on the way, miner.
Okay, we'll go with another gold scanner. Just because, one, we still have one shop left, but I also have the gold tip bullets.
Wait, load up.
So,
Yeah, we got the hoarder.
Swarm detected.
oh, all right, we'll just take that magnet.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Baby. Hello and good boy.
Objective completed. Excellent job.
You want some more? See you in hell.
The crit chance. Yeah, it's just so much XP like all over the entire map. Too bad, yeah, too bad we didn't get that magnet just a little bit early. I'll be honest, I don't even know if the fire rate's really doing too much. It doesn't really seem like it does. Or at this point, we just have so much fire rate that it doesn't even really do anything at all anymore. Yeah, let's take the Nitra. All right, last shop. Let's do crit, projectile damage, crit, pickup radius, fire rate, damage. Not gonna buy the armor anymore. Okay, we'll do one more reroll, then we'll save our gold. Okay, well, we ended up getting 460 status effect. It ends up being pretty solid. Yeah, let's go more crit chance. $218 luck. Okay, we'll check out our stats after we get this last supply drop. All right, we'll just take the 3 levels. Let's go damage, crit, fire rate. All right, so our final stats are going to be damage is really low. We did not really get a lot of. Did we only get 1 damage item this whole time? Yeah, we only got we only got 1 damage multiplier this whole time. The gold tip bullets, and then we have the crit one. So yeah, low damage percentage upgrade here, but 316 crit chance, 373 crit damage. And then 400 something status effect damage. Okay, let's go get the boss. They should go down relatively quick. Oh, are they? Dang it. Oh my god, they barely just got that off. They had like no health. Yeah, that was a cool run. It was interesting because the weapon itself, you know, like I said, it feels pretty strong, but it wasn't killing, you know, it wasn't clearing the screen, which is understandable, and that's kind of how this weapon should be. So this just felt perfectly balanced. I like that run though. That was fun.
One less Dreadnought to worry about. Management.
Item wise, yeah, we definitely lacked a little bit of those damage multipliers. That's for sure. 184 million damage here, but so fire did by far the most, 139 million. Acid at 78, electric at 125, but we have to split some of that between this weapon and then the cold, which is only this one too. So yeah, that was pretty good damage. 139 million damage for fire. That's pretty solid. We put on 13 million stacks. Jeez. Have I ever done that many stacks before with a weapon? That's crazy. That's kind of why I guess you want to get that status effect damage too. That's a lot of stacks. Wow. But then yeah, we did pretty low damage, 418. We're looking at 331 crit chance, 373 crit damage, and then 460 status effect damage. Item wise, I think we did okay. Yeah, that's all I'll say. I think we did okay. We did end up getting 2 gold scanners, gold tip bullets, a pickaxe. So that was our really only damage modifier. But then we did have a lot of nitra for all that extra crit chance. So getting this item is always super good. The rest of the stuff was kind of eh. We didn't really need the piercing. The fire belt we kind of got free. Coupon's nice too because that gives us more upgrades. The chemist kit was fine. These two were kind of eh. The piercing was eh. The XP scanner, sure, we'll take it. But yeah, there we go. But that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.